It's time for local high school football. Hometown Sports. Sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, Alpha Technology and Alarm Systems, Little Caesars, Valley Strong Credit Union, and 50 Driving School.
And good evening and welcome to week 13 of our 39th season of Hometown Sports. I'm Greg Kerr alongside Emily Lawson. Coming up, the only 1 hour show highlighting the best of the best in high school football, the most games, most comprehensive highlights. And we have another playoff edition for you straight ahead with brackets and more. And don't forget our weekly awards like Players of the Week, Athlete of the Week, Game-Saving Play, Exciting Play, Hits of the Week, and our Scholar of the Week. And before we begin, our sponsors, Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, celebrating over 50 years in Kern County, located in the Bakersfield Auto Mall. Valley Strong Credit Union, financial independence starts here. Open a Valley Strong Youth account today. Little Caesars Pizza, the best pizza value in Bakersfield with 15 locations. 50 Driving School, owned and operated by first responders, and Alpha Technologies, helping you keep protected and connected. And Greg, we want to recognize our longtime segment sponsors as well. They are Raymond's Trophies and Awards. It's not just a trophy, it's a memory. Golden Empire Youth Tackle Football and Cheer, competitive excellence. Brimhall Dental Group, committed to providing quality dental care to you and your family. And there's more accelerated urgent care. Feel faster, better from anywhere. Stockdale Podiatry Group, we treat your feet. And two new sponsors on board this season, Greg's Petroleum Service, your dependable partner for fuel and lubricants, and Mather Brothers Ice and Water, keeping Bakersfield hydrated. Let's talk about the hats. In the front row, they are the survivors, Emily, right now, led by undefeated BCHS, and they're going to be taking on Liberty, which is right up there. Wasco and Independence going head-to-head. And then, of course, we have BHS, Kennedy, North, and Miramonte. It is week 13, and we thank you for joining us. We'll get things started with BCHS, undefeated in the regular season, taking home the Valley League title, and for the 9th straight season. A season of success means the Eagles had a first-round bye. Now back on their home turf, BCHS is ready for some semifinal action. The Eagles flying high off a bye, ready to host Sanger in the semifinal matchup. Lincoln Adame drops back. He goes deep to Michael Smith. Smith takes this one downfield, fighting off defenders, until he is taken down just inside the 40. Sanger would force a field goal. Cohen Peters nails this 35-yarder. It's 3-0 BCHS early in the first. Later first quarter, Adame again deep to Michael Smith. A 30-yard connection, but that's not enough for Smith. Under pressure, nearly wrapped up, but it doesn't matter. Smith finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown Eagles, 10-0 BCHS. Second quarter now. Sanger in the red zone. Senzo Calandra pitches it to Miguel Salazar. Salazar works his way to the outside and into the end zone. Sanger on the board in the second quarter, 10-7. Late second quarter, Lincoln Adame looking downfield, slips on the wet grass, but Adame recovers quickly, sends this bullet to Andre Calderon, moving those chains. But Sanger holds off the Eagles, and they settle for another field goal, 39-yarder. For Cohen Peters. It's good. 13-7 BCHS. And it's 13-7 Eagles at the half. Fast forward fourth quarter now. Lincoln Adame hands it off to Richland Gooden. He powers his way up the middle, looking for another Eagles touchdown, but is taken down inside the 10. Once again, Sanger holds strong. Cohen Peters with the field goal. It's up and it's good. 16-7 BCHS early in the fourth. And how about some Eagles defense? Sanger with the handoff, but Richland Gooden is right there with the stop. The Eagles hold off Sanger. The final 16-7 BCHS. Now the Eagles host Liberty in the championship matchup.
I'm just super happy for the players, happy for their significant others, their parents, it's everybody that's involved. I mean, you look out here, it's a stand full of people. So they hired us in 2015, and that was our first Division I playoff win, and hopefully we get some more.
Lincoln Adame finishing the night with that touchdown pass. Michael Smith, 135 receiving yards, and he was catching that touchdown pass. All right, Liberty Patriots football. Their season began in Colorado. 4 games later, they were 0-5, having surrendered at least 30 points in every one of those games. Since then, they have won 5 of 6, heading into a road trip to Hanford. The Bullpups, tough to beat at home. Although Kennedy did it earlier this season. Elmo Witten, busting free here. Going for the touchdown. Maybe it's just running those huge cinnamon rolls over there in the background. 7-0 Patriots. Late first quarter, Brogan Witcher up top to Elijah Fudge. 14-0. Still first quarter, and the Bullpups get on the board. Jared Mayo into the end zone. It's 14-7. Later in the first quarter, Patriots to punt. It's a short punt. What you don't see is the Bullpups are called for roughing the kicker. And you know what happened on the very next play? Brogan Witcher to a wide open Urban Callaway. And it's 21-7, Liberty on top. The final play of a jam-packed first quarter, Jared Mayo going deep, Tavion Patterson. And he'll help you out and tell you that is a first down. Second quarter, same drive, Bullpups facing 4th and goal. Pass incomplete. Patriots defense holds. And then this happened. The handoff to Carter Hansen and the sophomore, long distance, see you later. Touchdown, 28-7, Liberty on top. The craziest play of the game, just before the half. Liberty driving, but this pass is going to be intercepted by Sage Ragoza. And as he returns it, you see a Liberty offensive player, now playing some defense, pokes the ball out. It bounces right into the hands of teammate Clayton Threadgill, who goes all the way down deep in Liberty territory. There was a flag on the play, but they picked up the flag, so the play stood. And that's where the Patriots defense made a second goal line stand. This pass incomplete on 4th down, and that is that. Final minute of the half. They get the ball back, so some life for the Bullpups after missing there. As Jared Mayo finds A.J. Williams on the swing pass, Bullpups grab a little momentum as they go into the half, but they were still down 2 scores by a final of 28-14. All right, third quarter, we'll show you this just because. And that's because it's Carter Hansen turning on the Jets. Now, it was called back, and that gentleman should move back a little so we can show you. But again, it was called back, but one heck of a run. Fourth quarter, this one counted. Elmo Witten into the end zone. And the Patriots move into the 1A championship game against BCHS. Your final 35-14, big play offense and a huge dose of defense.
Our defense was so clutch tonight. Our coaching staff put together a great game plan. The kids executed the game plan. They flew around. They run a no break, no huddle, and our kids responded and prepped, and I'm proud of their execution tonight. I'm just lucky to be here with this group of guys.
Looks like you're getting BCHS next week. Battle of the locals. Just thoughts on playing them in the championship.
Yeah, no, it's going to be exciting, especially for the city. They're 8 minutes from our stadium, so it'll be a fun atmosphere for sure.
All right, so Brogan Witcher had the 2 TD passes, Elmo Witten 2 TDs, Brandon Thrasher with 2 interceptions. So the Division 1A finals next week, Liberty at BCHS. We can't wait. All right, it's time for our first break. Coming up, Division 2 as we travel to BHS and follow the Garces Rams on the coast. Quick reminder, follow us on X and Instagram at Hometown BAK, scoring updates and highlights posted there. You can also catch this full episode of Hometown Sports on YouTube at Bakersfield Now. Hometown Sports, we'll be right back.
Hey, Hometown, BHS has all the moves.
Hey, Hometown, it's playoffs.
Hey, Hometown, it's raining, it's pouring, and West will be scoring. Let's go, Vikings!
And welcome back to Hometown Sports. Like Liberty, Central Valley Christian football had a bleak start, only to finish strong. A big part of that, the addition of a number of players mid-season. And that new improved squad, take a name at the BHS Drillers. Let's take you to BHS. Drillers take the field, almost take us out. This is quarterback Elijah Cavazos, back after missing a few weeks to injury. Jakari Burrell starting things off, going in from short range. The Cavaliers have a physical run game, and they led 7-0. Demir Lomax have a day or a night. Running hard right here. I'll give you more on his numbers later on. Second quarter, it's the same drive, and Lomax is going in for a touchdown. And we are tied at 7-7. The clock really rolled with 2 running teams. In fact, the Drillers only threw the ball 3 times all night. Driller defense, Davis Olson. Throwing down with the quarterback sack. After a CVC punt, Demarie Lee running hard. Twisting and turning a couple times, setting up this field goal by Jack Hopkins. And BHS is on top 10-7. Later, second quarter, Cavaliers to punt. The snap is bobbled, and then as it's punted away, it's just sort of sitting there, and hey, BJVC says, I'll take that. Nice return. Setting up moments later, Demir Lomax, a second touchdown, 17-7 Drillers. Lomax went for over 200 yards rushing in this one. At the half, that's our hit of the week. Well, maybe not. That was Cody Trotter, though. Third quarter, Drillers out of the Wildcat. BJVC gone. 60 yards out of the gate. It's 24-7. That's also 24 unanswered points. Are they ready to bury CVC? The answer there is no. The Cavaliers respond. This is a fourth down pass from Asher Pipegrass to Ryan Lewis. It's 24-14. Later in the third quarter, this Drillers pass is going to be intercepted by Shondell Hogan. Deep return before he's going to be knocked out of bounds. And that sets up another Asher Pipegrass to Ryan Lewis touchdown, 24-21. Fourth quarter, Demir Lomax busting loose again. This is his third touchdown of the game. You know, you hope nobody gets in the way here, right? Touchdown. That's a hat trick, 31-20. The hat trick coming here for Pipegrass and Lewis. It's 31-28. There's under 3 minutes to play. BHS is forced to punt with a 3-point lead. We don't ordinarily show punts that don't result in something big, but this was big. 63-yard punt, putting CVC on their own 16 with under 2 minutes to play. Cavaliers facing fourth down here, game on the line. Give Pipegrass huge credit for just getting around and then stepping up and getting the throw off. But Jalen Ford is there to break it up. And the Drillers survive. Yes, survive 31-28.
It felt like we survived ourselves, honestly. That's not what y'all saw. That's not how we play. That's not what we do. We play to their standard. We play to the vision that they put us in, and not where we was really supposed to be.
Every week is going to be like that in the playoffs. You know, everybody's going to give you their best. CBC definitely came in and gave us their best. A very physical team up front. Running backs run the ball hard, so it was a hard-fought win.
That ain't the way we wanted the game to end, but we're going to go to practice and be ready for next week. We got another game in front of us. We left all this on the field. We ain't worried about it. It's the next game next to us, and that's Redwood.
I should have did more on the offense and defense side of the ball, you know. After a little bit, start clicking, but now, you know, week 2, whatever, Redwood, we got to come closer as a team, as a unit, and just, you know, from the beginning, go.
So the Drillers go on to win it by a final of 31-28. Demir Lomax, 204 yards. BJVC, very long touchdown run, of course. Zach Wheeler had 10 tackles. Jalen Ford, an interception in that breakup at the end of the game. Meanwhile, they will face Redwood. Look what they did to San Luis Obispo, 54-0.
And Garces made a complete 180 this season. Last season, the Rams didn't win a single game. The only win on their record came off a forfeit. This season was a different story as Garces won 7 games in the regular season. Now in the quarterfinals, the Rams are looking to keep this momentum going. Garces and Arroyo Grande captains meet center field ahead of this quarterfinal matchup. First quarter, no score. Handoff to Zach Taman. He finds the gap. Thanks to some great blocking by the Eagles, Taman takes it down the far sideline and to the house. Huge touchdown run for Arroyo Grande makes it 7-0 Eagles. Second quarter, now 14-0 Arroyo Grande. Garces driving. Mark Gomez deep to Trayson Wallace. He is taken down inside the 10. That sets up this Garces touchdown. Gomez to Trayson Wallace in the end zone. Touchdown Garces, 14-7. Arroyo Grande with the lead. Still second quarter, and the pitch back to Zach Taman. He hits the Jets once again. It's another big touchdown run for the Eagles, and just like that, it is 21-7, and Arroyo Grande takes that lead into halftime. Late third quarter, now 35-10 Arroyo Grande. The Eagles driving again, but the ball ends up on the floor, and Jesse Rivas falls on it for the Rams. That puts the Rams in scoring position as Mark Gomez again to Trayson Wallace. Touchdown Rams. Arroyo Grande still with that lead. It's now 35-17. Late fourth quarter, Caleb Clark breaks up the middle, and he breaks free. Big touchdown run for the Eagles, 42-17. And the Eagles win this one 42-29. The Rams season comes to an end, but Garces has a lot to be proud of.
First time Garces has been back in playoffs in 2 years. We have a young squad. I'm very happy with this team. Had a first-round win against Tatsy last week. We've come a long ways from 0 wins last year to 7 this year. So we took a big step forward. I'm so proud of these guys, all the hard work they put in this whole season. And now we're looking forward now, getting ready for the offseason for next year.
Mark Gomez with video game numbers, 467 yards passing. We're going to talk more about him later. Big day for his receivers, Trayson Wallace and Isaiah Flores, and Brody Letourneau, 2 interceptions. And they will go on to play, or Tulare Union won against Kingsburg, and they will go on to play.
All right, and then here is your matchup in the Division II semifinals. As you see that it's going to be Redwood against BHS. And the other half of the draw has Arroyo Grande taking on Tulare Union. All right, coming up on Hometown Sports, it's a busy week in Division III as we travel to Shafter and Wasco. Plus, we're on the road with Kennedy and Independence. Take a look at some of our hometown focus over the sidelines at West High, or getting the rain gear on at BHS, and of course, a chain crew on the road. We'll get our local chain crews too, but that's at Arroyo Grande. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hometown Sports. Top-seeded Shafter entering another week without the services of Boise State-bound running back Marion Sloan. Meanwhile, visiting Washington Union comes it down with transfers from Central East and Bullard. The school from the sleepy town of Easton packs a pretty big punch. Let's get you out there as the Generals take the field in this one. And Ezekiel Osborne going to work. He's going to find Isaiah De La Mora right here. De La Mora working his way through the Panthers defense for a nice gain. Same combination here. Osborne to De La Mora. And just like that, it is 7-0. But then, Gabriel Albert busting loose and going the distance to tie things at 7-7. Second quarter, it's 10-7 Shafter. McKinley Williams to Paul Holland the fourth, making Paul Holland the first, the second, and the third proud. 14-10 Panthers on top. Shafter with their own big play, and it's Ezekiel Osborne going to Adrian Garcia. The catch, the fallen defender, easy touchdown. 17-14. And then later second quarter, the punt here, blocked by Nathan Cortez. Looks like he's going to fall on it. He doesn't, but Jacob Garibay is there. 24-14 at the half. Meanwhile, a good look at Marion Sloan in street clothes as the Generals led by that 10 points. Fourth quarter, it's now 27-14. This pass, however, picked off by the Panthers, and they gather some momentum right there. Later in the fourth quarter, it's now 27-21. McKinley Williams to Lance Fagundes. We are tied at 27-27. And then the Panthers got the ball back again. And McKinley Williams goes to Davion Potts. 34-27. The next Shafter possession, they would lose the ball on downs on this incomplete pass. Washington Union added a late TD to win 42-27, a 29-point explosion in the fourth quarter to knock off the top-seeded Generals.
But I'm proud of my guys. This week wasn't easy. With me being gone, I had to leave town because of a family emergency, and my coaches did a great job, and my kids did a great job picking it up, and I'm proud of my guys for what they did. I'm proud of these seniors. They've won a lot of games. So to end like this is obviously not the way we want, but the future's bright here.
Ezekiel Osborne, 317 yards passing. By the way, final game of his terrific four-year career, which he became the first Kern County quarterback in Kern County history to go over 10,000 yards passing. Isaiah De La Mora and Adrian Garcia with TDs as well.
The Kennedy Thunderbirds have proved once again that they are a tough squad, coming off a big first-round win last week against Paso Robles. 5-seeded Kennedy looks to take down number 4 seed Golden West. Kennedy on the road, ready to take on Golden West, rain or shine. Second quarter, Thunderbirds on the board. First 7-0. Golden West deep in their own territory. Jaden Najera finds Cadillac Pena deep downfield, first down and some. Looking to get some points on the board, Najera hits Isaac Oseguera in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden West ties the game at 7. Still second quarter, Jordan Palomo tosses this one to Jeremiah Guerrera. Touchdown, Kennedy. Thunderbirds back on top, 14-7. And it's 14-14 at the half. To the third quarter, Jaden Najera tucks it and takes it, diving into the end zone. Golden West takes back the lead. It's 21-14. Fourth quarter, Thunderbirds looking to even the score. J.C. McCoblin breaks up the middle, nearly makes it to the end zone, but is stopped just shy. A few plays later, D. McCoblin finishes the job. The extra point is no good. Kennedy still trails by 1. It's 21-20. How about some love for the Thunderbirds defense as Jorge Avila comes rushing in for the big quarterback sack. But Kennedy isn't done yet. The ball ends up on the ground and is recovered by Christian Maldonado. Big turnover for the Thunderbirds. Now in the red zone, J.C. McCoblin, he takes it in. And just like that, Kennedy takes back the lead. The two-point try is no good. It's 26-21. Less than 5 in regulation. Golden West quarterback is on the move, but here comes Jonathan Marte with the blindside tackle. He pops the ball loose, and Anthony Lara is there to pick it up and take it back for a Thunderbird score. It's 34-21 Kennedy. Kennedy goes on to win this one 34-27 as they advance to the semifinals.
These guys, we've had most of these seniors for 3-4 years on varsity, and they've seen a lot. They've seen a lot of difficult situations. They know when they have to come back and make a stand. I'm just glad our defense really came through today. We've been kind of hurt a little bit on defense last couple of weeks, but they really came through today. And then our offense did what they do. They're a machine, so I'm glad we really had the opportunity. I'm so proud of them. That's what it's all about, man. That's what life's all about. Find a goal, reach a goal, make another goal, right? That's what it's all about. That's what we've done. Find a goal, make a goal, reach a goal, make another goal. That's all it is. It's an ascend the entire time. Ascending the entire time, no matter where we were. Started in January, still moving up.
Anthony Lara with that scoop and score. J.C. McCoblin leading the offense with 3 touchdowns.
Well, Wasco football is known as share of drama this season. 1-point win over Kennedy, 1-point loss to Tulare Western. That one coming on a last-minute 2-point conversion. Remember that last minute 2-point conversion. That's a good look at Hammy Lopez. Tigers hosting the Kerman Lions, a great program, and Lions pulling out all the stops here. Adrian Torres to Xavier Montalvo, who pulls up and throws to Steve Luna. 7-0 Kerman on top. Wasco facing 4th and short at their own 37, and Elijah Shalabian comes up and drops the hammer. Turnover on downs, setting up this play for the Lions. Adrian Torres swing past to Kingston Bowen, wide open field. 13-0, the Lions missed the 2-point conversion. Second quarter, this could have been a backbreaker. Xavier Montalvo fields this punt, finds his way through the Tigers special teams for an apparent 20-0 lead. But you know what apparent means. Play was called back by a penalty. Big break for the Tigers, one they needed. They need a spark now, and here it is. Hammy Lopez, play some defense. The interception right there by Hammy. The Tigers' ensuing drive, they start things off with Aiden Holsey. Turns the corner for a first down inside the 35. And then Javen Hernandez going to Jaden Rodriguez. The Tigers threw 4 straight passes. That hasn't happened since the town of Wasco was known as Deweyville. Then Javen Hernandez punches it in, 13-7 at the half. And that's where we're going, halftime. See? Third quarter. The punt. Oh, you don't want to punt to Hammy Lopez. You just don't. And here comes the return. He is nifty. Get him down just around the 25-yard line. 4 plays later, Lopez into the end zone, and the Tigers have their first lead of the game, 14-13. After a stop by the Tigers defense, guess what? It's Hammy time again. And watch this one. Bounce into the outside, outracing everyone, and then keeping his balance into the end zone. 20-13 Tigers after a high snap on the extra point. So it's a 7-point game. The Lions offense coming out of its slumber. Jorge Tunez, nice run right there. And then moments later, Kingston Bowen bouncing to the outside. Game tied 20-20 with 1:59 to play in the third quarter. Let's go fourth quarter. Lions driving. Adrian Torres to Steve Luna. This is going to be inside the 10-yard line. And then the very next play, the fake to Kingston Bowen, and then the throw to Kingston Bowen. Little wheel route, he's all by himself. And Kerman retakes the lead 27-20. Under 5 minutes to play. Kerman with 4th and goal at the 1, looking to ice it. But they didn't. Tigers defense makes the huge stop. So the Tigers drive on the field right now. Game on the line. Javen Hernandez to EJ Regalado. It's 27-26. And then the Tigers go for 2. Remember, they lost to Western when they gave up a 2-pointer. And despite a motion penalty that put him back on the 8-yard line, they still went for it. And it's Hernandez to guess who? Say it all at once. Jaime Lopez, 28-27 Wasco with 15 seconds to go. The final touch, this interception by Kevin Perez. Let the bedlam begin. Wasco wins a wild one. Your final 28-27.
I'm so proud of you guys, but we have a lot to fix if we want to go on and win this whole thing, right? So give yourself a hand. I love every one of you. I'm so proud of you. Enjoy your day off tomorrow, but we got to get better. Javen, when I say be a dog, that's what I mean. Take the team on your back. Hammy, you're the best running back in the Valley. I'll argue with anybody. We have the best O-line. You guys adjusted, you executed, you did not get denied. EJ, you were the fattest, most athletic tight end in the world. Good job. Give yourself a hand. Let's go. Champions on me, champions on 3. Let's go! Can't speak enough to my boys never giving up. We started off flat. We were not happy with the way the first half went. Went into second half or the halftime with a little bit of momentum. Made some adjustments. Still needed to clean up, but this wasn't an X's and O's game. This is about our guys being more resilient, not giving up, and literally playing until the last second. I couldn't be more proud of them. This was fun.
Great play to EJ with the touchdown, and then Hammy in the back of the end zone. That's things we dream of, since a little kid, to make these plays in the big time.
Yeah, I want to thank my old line for everything. I want to thank my family for always.
You're the man.
Awesome. What about next week? Hey, next week we got to focus on next week. I don't know who we have, Porterville or Independence, but hey, just know it's coming and it's going to be here and we're going to pack the crowd. Hey, one more game, baby, one game at a time. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, and the family got on there. Jaime Lopez leading the way. EJ Regalado, the big TD catch. Kevin Perez, the interception to ice the game. And so there's your final 28-27.
6-seed Independence taking the trip to 3-seed Porterville. Indy's first road game coming down to the final minute. The Falcons hoping to pull away more in this matchup. Take you right into the action. Independence up 3-0. Porterville driving. Ethan Enriquez goes deep to Brett Roberts. Big touchdown connection at 7-3 Porterville. Second quarter, Gunter Gola with the keeper. Takes this one over 40 yards until he's finally taken down inside the 10. That sets up this touchdown for Indy. It's Raylan Denweed. He takes it in. It's 10-7 Falcons back on top. Still second quarter, the Panthers answer. Ethan Enriquez again finds Brett Roberts. Porterville back in the driver's seat. It's now 14-10, but it doesn't take long for Indy to answer the call. Gunter Gola drops back. He's got time, sends this one to Ja'Kai Irvin, and he takes this one all the way to the house. That's a 75-yard touchdown for the Falcons. Independence taking back the lead, now 17-14. Indy driving again, and they say copy and paste as Gola finds Ja'Kai Irvin deep downfield again. Irvin strips that tackle and takes it in for another Falcons touchdown. It's now 24-14 Indy. The Falcons lead 24-21 at the half. Late third quarter, Gunter Gola pitches this one back to Raylan Denweed. A 30-yard touchdown for Denweed. The extra point is no good. It is 30-21 Indy. In the very first play of the fourth quarter, Gunter Gola tucks it and takes it down the far sideline. 23-yard touchdown for the quarterback as the Falcons strengthen their lead. It's now 37-21. Later fourth quarter, Raylan Denweed on the move. He breaks up the middle, and he sees daylight. Massive run for Denweed. He takes this one over 80 yards, but he is taken down at the 1-yard line. Angola finishes the job here as Independence wins this one 44-21. They live to see another week.
I think we're playing great football at the right time. It's beginning of the season we're 210 degrees. During the league we're 211 degrees, and during the playoffs, you got to be a 212. 212's when the water boils, and when the water boils, you could run a locomotive. So for us, it's always about 212 when we hit the playoffs, and our kids really believe in that.
Gunter Gola producing through the air and on the ground. Raylan Denweed, 206 yards rushing and a pair of scores. Jaden Gutierrez, 2 quarterback sacks.
So let's show you what else is going on, because it's Wasco now going to meet up against Independence, the 2 locals in one half of the draw. You got Washington Union taking on Kennedy. The Thunderbirds get a home game out of that. Time for another break. Coming up, Division 4 and 5 as we visit North and West. We'll show you what we have going around town. The referees again at West High School. Also some cheer action going on at Foothill. And then a few players at Miramonte figured, hey, it's been a good night. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hometown Sports. For decades, North High football has been a run-heavy team, and they still are. But with Bradley Dockery putting the ball in the air, it's never a problem. So when the Stars fell behind by 20 in their home playoff opener against Roosevelt, what did they do? Well, they ran some more. Let's go to that out there. The captains meet at midfield, and the Rough Riders' first possession, they got to business right here. C.J. Barker at the quarterback, quick toss to Fermin Solorzano, and he is going to get to the edge and go all the way. This TD was called back, but they eventually had a short TD run to make it a 6-0 lead. The Stars march the field, 4th and goal to give to Braden Perez. Now the official from the top left is going to come in and appear to say that's not a touchdown. It's got the one hand up. And then we're waiting because there's an official on the other side off camera. And we're going to just let this thing unfold. We're going to, all right, let's get in here. We're all going to talk. What do you see? What do I see? What are we going to do? And we got a lot of confetti flying. Somebody thinks something good's about to happen. And eventually, after the decision, we've got ourselves a touchdown. We're tied 6-6. We thought we'd show you all of it. The ensuing kickoff, Mikey Rodriguez. Taking it through the mud and the muck, and he is breaking free right here. Touchdown saving tackle coming up by Gary Oates. But moments later, Ahil Odanai goes in. Probably butchered the name, but good touchdown. Roosevelt retakes the lead 13-6. Second quarter, C.J. Barker avoids the rush. Finds Fermin Solorzano again in the back of the end zone. 20-6. Now it's 26-6. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Stars in dire need of a big play. That's where Bradley Dockery comes up. Keeps it and runs all the way inside the Roosevelt 25-yard line. 2 plays later, Dockery keeps again and scores, and that had to feel good. It's 26-13 at the half. Speaking of halftime, here's your halftime entertainment. This fella right here, walking down there, and he's going to stop and get the crowd going. There you go. Get the crowd going, and then he's got that going. All right. Do anything in the rain, right? Stars begin the third quarter with this short touchdown run. We love the speakers, by the way. In for the score by Robert Rodriguez, 26-20. And then the lights went out. A little bit of everything. Maybe we need that guy for halftime again. Final seconds of the third quarter, now tied at 26. And look at the kick return here. All the way back as Roosevelt takes a 32-26 lead. What a backbreaker for the Stars. But in the fourth quarter, Bradley Dockery going back to work. And watch this long run. Dockery pulled down inside the 30, excuse me. And then Dockery again. No stopping him here. We're tied at 32 as the Stars missed the go-ahead extra point. Late fourth quarter, Roosevelt facing fourth down. Ball is going to be knocked loose. Logan Deckard is going to pick it up. Stars ball. And Bradley Dockery going back to work as he will do the rest. With this touchdown run, 40-32 with just over a minute to play. The Stars, once down 20, come back to win 40-32.
Oh man, this was like the back of the hat says, man. Finish strong, and that's exactly what our team did. First half, it got a little hairy there for a little bit, but we went in at halftime and we talked to our kids and we told them, hey, we're fine. We just got to calm down.
The offensive line never gave up, so it's really all thanks to them. All 6 guys. We got Hickson, William Hickson, Jonah, Maddie. DJ, JoJo, and then Cody, they all 6 just put the work in all night, and they never gave up, and they're the key point to us winning tonight.
So much tenacity, so much perseverance, so much mental toughness and fortitude for them to continue to battle all night long. We're going to keep doing what we can do. We're going to keep doing what we can do, though. We have to continue to improve.
And then he just kept on doing the interview. No problem here. North wins it. Bradley Dockery lead the way. Caden Hayner had an interception. Meanwhile, undefeated Templeton remained that way with a win over Kalinga and Dos Palos falling to unbeaten McLean. A lot of unbeaten teams in this bracket. So it will be, and Emmanuel also undefeated, taking down Napomo 32-7. So North will travel to undefeated Templeton. And then the other half has a battle of unbeatens, McLean against Emmanuel.
Well, West making history this season as the Vikings host their first playoff game in 2 decades. This matchup against Chowchilla. West ready for action, looking towards a potential semifinal spot. First quarter, no score. Solomon Harris calls his own number, weaves his way through defenders, down the near sideline, and gets the Vikings on the board early. 2-point try is good. It's 8-0 West. Second quarter, Solomon Harris hands it off to Jamar Price. Price finds the gap, hits the Jets, 55-yard touchdown run for Price. The Vikings now lead 15-0. Nearing the end of the first half, now 15-7. Tristan Beardsley keeps it, takes it 35 yards for the rushing touchdown for the QB. They go for 2. It's good, ties the game at 15. And another score for Chowchilla makes it 21-15 Tribe at the half. Third quarter, Beardsley fakes the handoff, keeps it, heading towards the end zone. But Jamar Price is there with the stop inside the 10. A couple plays later, handoff to Levi Marsh. Chowchilla's in the end zone. It's 29-15 Tribe. Fourth quarter, now 36-15 Chowchilla. West fighting. Solomon Harris drops back, goes deep to Jamar Price. Nearly 40-yard connection for the duo, but Price isn't done there. He hits the Jets and takes it in for a Vikings touchdown. Makes it 36-22, but Chowchilla stands strong as West season comes to an end. The final 43-22 Chowchilla. But this Vikings squad has a lot to be proud of.
Team fought hard. We're just so proud. This group just set a mission this year to stay together. Congratulations to Chowchilla. What a tough team. Came down here on the road, 3-hour drive, and they just got after us. We outscored, I think it's 43-7 after the first quarter. But this team just had some history. Second playoff game at home in 20 years. Best record for our team, I think, since 07 or 08. So really proud of this senior class. Just a good group of guys. Just some fun group of guys. So I had a great year, but I had to end it sometime, and tonight was the night.
The Vikings fall to Chowchilla 43-22.
And so on the other side, Woodlake wins over Reedley of 31-14. And you've got Morro Bay falling to unbeaten Liberty Madera. So that sets up the semifinals. Cabrillo falling to Bishop. And so the semifinals look like this. It's Chowchilla and Woodlake. And you've got Bishop traveling to Liberty of Madera. It's time for another break. Coming up, Division 6 as we take you next to Foothill and on to Edwards Air Force Base for a showdown between Kern Valley and Boron. Remember to follow us on X and Instagram, Hometown BAK, and YouTube, Bakersfield Now. Hometown Sports will be right back. But first, sideline over at West High School. And we got some action over at Foothill. And then the cheerleaders at Wasco High School there as well. We'll be right back. Well, what's better than the Highway 58 rivalry? How about a second Highway 58 rivalry game the same season in the playoffs? Miramonte and Foothill meeting for a place in the Division 6 semifinals. Foothill won the regular season matchup 36-33. If you want to know where most of the rain was in Bakersfield, try the east side because that was clearly the case, as you can see. All right, opening drive for Miramonte, and they're doing their thing. That's run the ball. It's Nathan Gonzalez out of the Wildcat. He's played a lot of quarterback this year as well. Lions in the red zone, but one problem here. Ball on ground, and Cash McAfee says, I'll take that. And he's going to go 90-plus yards for the score. Number 6, running for 6. And it's 7-0 Foothill on top. Later first quarter, Nathan Gonzalez writes things for the Lions. Handoff, or the snap, direct snap, and he is going places. Touchdown. Part of a big night of his 233 yards rushing, by the way. They led 13-7 at the half as the defense harassed Foothill all night long. So let's go third quarter now. Here's our halftime entertainment. Stay out of the rain. Miramonte defense was nails, by the way. That's Daniel Miranda, the tackle for loss. Lions get the ball back. That's Nathan Gonzalez. Big run right here. And then Gonzo for the TD. Lions on top 21-7. And we got more Lions defense as well. This pass is going to be tipped and then intercepted by Jaden Sanvia. That was late third quarter. Fourth quarter, they unleashed Corday Fulmer down the far sideline. And that would be that as they go on to win this one by a final of 28-7.
We're 1-0. Our boys did a great job. I mean, defense pitched a shutout. We gave up a turnover for points, but couldn't be more proud of my kid.
You know, it sucks to end the season the way it did, but, you know, these boys have nothing to hang their heads around about. You know, we came out, finished 7-3 in the league, in the regular season. We won league. Second time Foothills won league in about 30 years. You know, they won one in 2021. So, you know, we have stuff to hang our hat on.
So Nathan Gonzalez runs for 233. Miramonte defense shut out the Foothill offense all night long. And there you see Fireball getting thumped by Orosi 42-7.
Well, Kern Valley with a back-and-forth battle in the first round against Granite Hills. This week, 5-seed Broncos taking a trip to the desert, take on number 4-seed Boron. Take you right into the action. Late third quarter, Boron up 13-12. Bobcats driving Andrew Gartica on the carry. He takes this one over 60 yards for a Boron touchdown. It's 20-12 Bobcats. And if there was a theme for the end of the third quarter, it would be turnovers. The weather was not doing these teams any favors. Kern Valley ball pops loose and Boron recovers. The Bobcats are now driving, and this one goes up and right into the hands of Jeffrey Clark for the interception. Now Kern Valley's got another chance, but this ball is a slippery one. It's on the ground, and Gavin Kinney recovers the fumble. Boron ball once again. Boron turns that into a touchdown. The Bobcats now lead 26-12 early fourth quarter. Kern Valley still fighting. Jackson Price on the move, looking for an open man downfield. He finds Ty Humphers. It looks like another turnover as the ball appears to be popped out, but the officials ruled that Humphers was down by contact. It remains Kern Valley ball in the red zone. Jackson Price hands it off to Carson Parks. He takes it right up the middle and into the end zone. It's 26-19. Kern Valley tries for the onside kick with no luck as Boron takes this one by a final of 26-19.
Tough game, you know, against a rival of ours and former High Desert League team that you know, we're leaving that league, so that's a tough way to end the season. Pretty tough conditions, but I'm so proud of our boys and staying fighting. They never quit, and really, it's Boron played a heck of a game, and I wish them the best luck going forward.
So that final there was 26-19 in favor of Boron, and now
Minarets with a win, the top seed over Mendota, 31-21. So the semifinals look like this. Minarets, Boron's got a long trip, by the way, to Minarets. And then you've got Miramonte, also a long trip going to Orosi. Time for another break. When we come back, our Players of the Week. We'll be right back. Well, the BC football season is complete, so time for our Players of the Week, sponsored by Brimhall Dental Group, committed to providing quality dental care to you and your family. Our Brimhall Dental Group Offensive Player of the Week, Garces quarterback Mark Gomez. Throwing the ball an astounding 58 times, completed 42, good for 467 yards and 4 scores. Mark Gomez of Garces, our Brimhall Dental Group Offensive Player of the Week.
And our Brimhall Dental Group Defensive Player of the Week is number 3, Brandon Thrasher of Liberty. The Patriots defense slowing down the high-powered Hanford attack, and Thrasher was a big reason why with a pair of interceptions. Brandon Thrasher of Liberty is our Brimhall Dental Group Defensive Player of the Week.
Our Brimhall Dental Group Special Teams Player of the Week. We have a pair, actually. Jack Hopkins of BHS with his key 63-yard punt in the final minutes of a 3-point win over Central Valley Christian. It pinned the Cavaliers back on their own 16-yard line. BHS would hold on to win. Jack Hopkins of BHS. And our second Brimhall Dental Care Special Teams Player of the Week, Cohen Peters of BCHS. He connected on 3 field goals for 9 of the Eagles' 16 points. The longest, that one from 39 yards. Cohen Peters and Jack Hopkins are Brimhall Dental Group Special Teams Player of the Week. Coming up, game-saving play, Athlete of the Week, and the latest on youth football. We'll be right back. Welcome back again. Time for our game-saving play brought to you by Mather Brothers Ice and Water, keeping Bakersfield hydrated and thrown it on coaches' heads. This time, keeping Wasco alive in the playoffs. Down by 1, the Tigers going for 2. Javen Hernandez throws to Hammy Lopez, and Wasco wins 28-27. Javen Hernandez and Hammy Lopez of Wasco with our Mathers Brothers Ice and Water Game-Saving Play of the Week.
Now to this week's Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Greg's Petroleum Service, your dependable partner for fuel and lubricants. This week's Athlete of the Week, North High quarterback Bradley Dockery. Dockery put the team on his back with 217 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns, bringing the Stars back from a 20-point deficit to win 40-32. Bradley Dockery of North High is our Greg's Petroleum Service Athlete of the Week.
Youth football brought to you by Golden Empire Youth Football. Golden Empire Youth Tackle Football Competitive Excellence. Rain putting Golden Empire Youth Football All-Star Weekend on hold. We'll know more by tomorrow to see if they want to do it next week. If they do, we'll have highlights this time next week. Coming up, our exciting play of the week and much more. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Hometown Sports. Now for our exciting play of the week, brought to you by Stockdale Podiatry Group. We treat your feet. This week's exciting play, the Kennedy defense stepping up in a big way. Jonathan Marte with the blindside hit on the quarterback, and Anthony Lara with the scoop and score as Kennedy wins 34-27. Jonathan Marte and Anthony Lara of Kennedy with our Stockdale Podiatry exciting play of the week.
Time now for a Hits of the Week, brought to you by Raymond's Trophies and Awards. An award is much more than a trophy. It's a memory. Let's begin. Begin with a little fun, as in North High right guard Wyatt Montgomery selling the contact here on the offsides on the defense. Show it to you one more time, Wyatt Montgomery of North. Washington Union at Shafter, Davian Potts making the big hit for the Panthers defense, a little bit from the top turnbuckle right there. Davian Potts of Washington Union. Kerman at Wasco. This is Kerman's Elijah Shalabian with the big stick to force the turnover on downs. That's Elijah Shalabian of Kerman. And this week's co-winner, Garces at Arroyo Grande. Asher Bonas of Arroyo Grande with the stick. Garces' receiver was okay on the play. Asher Bonas of Arroyo Grande. And our Raymond's Trophies and Awards Hitman of the Week, local version, Jonathan Marte of Kennedy with that blindside hit of the quarterback leading to the scoop and score. Jonathan Marte of Kennedy is our Raymond's Trophies and Awards Hitman of the Week. It's now time for our Scholar of the Week, brought to you by Accelerated Urgent Care. Feel better, faster from anywhere. This week's Scholar of the Week comes from West High School. Number 77, Sean Sumlin. GPA of 4.0, wants to major in kinesiology or agriculture. Other sports, played basketball one time, wants to play baseball this year. Favorite food is steak. TV shows, Stranger Things. Musical artist, Drake. And one thing most people don't know about Sean Sumlin, one of his best friends, Elijah, convinced him to give football a shot his freshman summer, even though he had never played football prior to high school, and now it's his favorite sport. Sean Sumlin of West, our Accelerated Urgent Care Scholar of the Week. Predictions are coming up next. We'll be right back. Welcome back for predictions. We're going to take a look at the playoffs bracket by bracket, and here we go. Start things off with Division 1A, and the Eagles are a perfect 11-0, Liberty 6-6. They've won 5 of the last 6. Schools have never met, Emily, on the football field.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, BCHS is a tough task for Liberty, but we'll see how it goes.
Liberty is coming on. Meanwhile, you got Redwood. They're 9-2. They began their season with a win over Centennial. Only 2 losses, and that was the Clovis North and Tulare Union. Wins over playoff teams like Tulare Western, Hanford, Golden West, and Porterville. BHS, meanwhile, 1 loss on the field, a 2-point loss to BCHS. Tulare Union, meanwhile, their 2 losses were to BCHS and Hanford. Arroyo Grande has a 6-game win streak. Wasco, that 1-point loss to Tulare Western, an overtime loss to Shafter. Independence, they're 4-2 their last 6 games, 2 losses to BCHS and BHS. And after back-to-back losses, first of all, what do you think of this game? Who do you like?
I think I'm going to go with Wasco, but Independence has been looking good in the last game or two.
All right, Kennedy had back-to-back losses to Wasco and Shafter. They have a 4-game win streak. Washington Union, meanwhile, has won 5 of the last 6 with wins over Shafter and Kerman. Their lone loss was to CBC, by the way. Templeton's 11-0, 8 wins by 10 points or more. North, a 7-game win streak. They haven't lost since September 12th to Golden West. McLean is 11-0 with 6 wins by shutout. The closest game was a 21-point win. Emmanuel's 11-0, 4 wins by shutout. 10 of 11 wins, they held their opponents to 10 points or less. Bishop was won 8 of the last 9. Their lone loss was to Kern Valley. Liberty Madera is 12-0. Elsewhere, you've got Woodlake against Chowchilla. Chowchilla beat Strathmore. That was their only The only loss for Woodlake was to Strathmore. Miramonte is going on the road at Orosi. I like Miramonte in that one. And then we wrap things up with Boron and Minarets. Minarets is 11-1. Their only loss was to Liberty of Madera. We want to give you the extra on the 1AA. Clovis and Clovis East. That's going to be a great matchup in that one, as one team is 11-1, the other 10-2. We'll be out and about at all of the games next week, and we'll be back here next week. For Emily, I'm Greg. Have a good night.
Hometown Sports was sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, Alpha Technology and Alarm Systems, Little Caesars, Valley Strong Credit Union, and 5-0 Driving School.